Hát akkor... Hát akkor sorsa szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit így. Itt így délelőtt. Hát akkor sorsa szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit így. Itt így délelőtt. Délelőtt. Hát akkor sorsa szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit így. Itt így délelőtt. Hát akkor kezdődik a Biathlon világkupa. Csehországi hétvégén folytatódik, és akkor jön ugye hát a női, ma lesz a női, és illetve a férfi sprintverseny is. A nőknek ugye, ahogy megszoktak, egy 7,5 kilométeres táv lesz, 2 lövészettel, és a férfiaknál pedig egy 10 kilométeres táv lesz, és ugyanúgy 2 lövészettel. Ugye az összetett világkupát vezető ugye Eckhoff a nőknél. Meglátjuk, hogy mi lesz. Na nézzük. Videó. Videóvezető eszköz német, szóval a mikrofonja azt videóvezető eszköz német, szóval a mikrofon. Videóvezető eszköz német, szóval a mikrofon, jó, azt... Videóvezető eszköz német, szóval a mikrofon, jó, azt a audio, jó. Oké. Na hát akkor meg is nézzük a startlistát, hogy hogyan is fogunk állni ma. Na, akkor mindjárt elkezdődnek a... Sőt, el is kezdődtek a lövészetbeli gyakorlatok. Meg is nézzük, hogy hányan fognak indulni. Itt a pálya közben, ugye hát a 7,5 km-es táv. Amit ugye 3-szor fognak megtenni a 2,5 km-t, ugye a nők, úgyhogy a hölgyek. Szépen mondva. És 106 induló lesz. Úgyhogy nem leszünk kevesen. Magyar indulóról, ahogy látom, nem leszünk magyar indulóról. Magyar indulókkal úgy nagyon megáldva nem leszünk. De viszont az első indulónk az már is egy nagy név lesz. Franciska Prajc, utána pedig ugye Baiba, Bennika, Őberg, és pont itt is van a rajtlista, ahogy látjuk. Ugye Prajc, Bennika, Őberg, Gasparen, Monika Hojnis, Simon, Herman, hát még Hetik. Utána volt Persson, Wierer, Rőzeland, Avakumova, ő nem nagyon. Hát még úgy Hauser, Kajsava, Chevalier, Csima, Vitodzi, Anim Blekava, Eckhoff, mint Davidov is. Ugye elvileg Őberg is még továbbra vezeti az U25-öt. Eckhoff pedig a szakákit még mindig. Meg ugye az összetettet is, úgyhogy ja. Még annyit akarok elmondani, hogy még annyit szeretnék elmondani, hogy ebben a mai amit hogy ebben a szezonban még egyetlen egy váltóverseny lesz. Jövő héten lesz egy vegyes páros és egy vegyes váltóverseny, és annyi lesz a váltóverseny, és utána már csak egyéni számok lesznek. Ugye a szezonzáró az mindig is egy jó kis izgalmas tömegrajtossal zárul, úgyhogy Akimova, végén Pavlova, Moser, ugye Letla, Anna Maka, és lesz egy fiatal norvég, 98-asra, Irene Leitschreiner, Vanessa Voigt. Ugye Vanessa Voigtot őt ismerjük az Ibu kupából, mármint aki ugye követi azt is. Közben én iszom a kis kávémat így reggel, mert még a kávémat nem ittam meg reggel. Sajnos. Úgyhogy ja. Közben beszélnek a svédek.
Annars var du alltid i centrum. Vad sa du?
Jag körde fan hårt in här nu. Alltså.
Ja, du gjorde det. Ja, ja. Men du har ju marginal. Det är det du måste tänka. Du gör verkligen inte så mycket. Ja. Du får inte gleich wieder rein.
Közben itt Herman. Itt pedig Kiera Voigt, vagy mi izé Vanessa Voigt. Itt pedig Herman Leója. Itt ugye Simon. Videó. Videórezites.
Oui, mais je veux que tu me renlèves un clic, je veux que tu en remettes un pour aller à gauche. Ça fait 3 clics. Hein?
Ez pedig ugye Chevalier. Paul Chevalier ugye. Videórezites eszköznél, itt van a videórezites eszköznél, itt van a mikrofon maximum, asztródió maximum, szuper. Mikrofon audio maximum, és az asztródió maximum. Itt van ugye a svájci vezetőedző, ugye? Ez mi jó? Ez mi jó? Itt van pedig Ingrid Landmark. Tande volt. Szia Kónya! Ő Beregger, a norvégoknak az edzője, amit a hölgyek részéről, ott pedig Mázé, Didrik Mázé. Kónya? Ja, nem. Kónaja? Vagy mi Kónya? Na jó. Vagy inkább hívjalak almás süteménynek, az mindig jó. Kónaja. Kóna, ja.
Ein upp, ein venstre. Okej, runde, 5 till. Warte. Da din Tendenz venstre höhere ganz stabil. Nur in Gonda liegt mal, in Gonda Uhr sei die Knie.
Ez japánul? Molnár. Aha, ja, értem. Itt az oroszok közben, hogy edzenek.
Это, попробуешь первый раз смение стрельнуть или нет? Да. Ир. Концерт хороший.
Na. Milyen uniform? Hát ez hülye, tényleg. Bolond, bassz meg. Ez bolond. Itt van Léna Heki.
Was für Lena? Ja, wenn er weniger ist, dann gibt's Retour, gell? Okay? Gut stehen können wir.
Wieder. És ennek a számnak ugye a bajnoka Eckhoff, aki ugye bajnok lett idén ebben a számba. 7,5 kilométeren. Itt adják ki gyakorol, éppen.
Ok. C'è 0,20.
Köszönöm a hostot.
Proprio 0,0 dai una a destra e basta.
Szupernek.
Eri qua. E 0,20 eri qua. Uno, qua c'era ancora più di ma niente lì. Se va a 0,20 dai una a destra.
Ő San Filippo lesz. A képernyő.
Sì. Però deve andare, non dollare in giro, deve andare dai due sinistri. Ok? Basta, ok? La puoi anche già fare e dopo reagire a base di quello.
Hanna Sola.
Wenn du dir nicht im Klaren bist, sonst nicht du ja. Wenn du dir im Klaren bist, Вверх
Один
3,
вправо, один вверх.
вверх 3, 1 вправо. Еще раз спокойно.
Совсем легкий, такой ветерок, очень легкий у тебя не был.
Ugye 11-kor kezdődik a verseny, úgyhogy még addig még bőven ráérünk itt beszélgetni, hogy kik az esélyesek, kik nem. Hát természetesen ugye Ekhoff, aki ugye a számnak a idei bajnoka, ő a legesélyesebb, de ahogy látom ugye a Hanna és elvire Őberg is esélyesek rá, úgyhogy az ukránok egyik tagja, szerintem ez ki lesz. Aztán ez Anastasia Merkusina, aki gyakorol.
Лево. Да.
Немножко сейчас чуть-чуть сильный ветерок был, вправо утащил чуть-чуть. Поэтому один вниз. Влево пока не делай.
Сегодня с тобой 2 часа определенно, что не знаю, это у нас интересно, понимаешь?
Ingrid Lármát Rande volt, aki elment egyet futni még, és itt van Tiri Rákov, ugye? Aki vezeti ennek a szagának a világkupáját, és az összetett is egybe.
Prepara lui, unir 4, 5, un attimo, giusto per...
E tu vês.
Ja. One left. Hi Karel, kom morgen.
Блядь, Сань, ну это долго, так можно...
Hammersmith. Kíváncsi leszek, hogy mit tudod a új... Ez az új fiatal norvég csajci. Erre kíváncsi leszek. Tud majd. Ő Davidol lesz. Ő itt Eva Puskácsikova. Ez itt Davidovának a fegyver, úgy. Sárvatóval kítom. Finnek.
No jasně, takže až tam dozadu dolů. Tam jak je teďka, jo? A pak to jinak vyplo.
Itt vannak a szlovákok, ugye?
Very good, Zero. Consider yourself no wind, okay? You know what to do?
Siinä on nää animekava.
Both up, both. Velmi dobre.
Azt mondom, denk lesz. És pontosan összezen denk ugye. Paulina Fiákova.
exactly what I think means.
És lassan majd kezdünk. Mert ugye egész ugye elrajtolom. Az első induló, mármint a Franciska Prajsz az első induló, úgyhogy Bájba Bendika, meg ugye ő lesz a második indulója. Backhoff.
Ja, so nach Kölnitz.
Nice day.
Kölnitz. Antariksa. Nimmst aber Nummer 2 bei links zurück, dass du einigermaßen Nullstellung hast und dann reagierst drauf. Da vorne war oft einmal ein bisschen dann da drin, dann ruhiger, dann bist du am 9.
Itt van messze volt.
No!
Itt az utolsó induló készül. De ki is az utolsó indulónk? Az a litván. Utolsó előtti induló. Let's say skate. A litván versenyző.
Poháru v rámci Vysočina arény v Novém Městě na Moravě, dámy a pánové. Dnes sobotu krásné dopoledne a díky vítání po dvou závodech čtvrtek a pátek nás dnes čeká jak už bylo sprinterské klání. Nejprve dopoledne od 11. hodiny a 30. vteřiny je to závod žen ve sprintu na 7,5 km. Posléze jsem odpolední čase nás čeká souboj mužů. To znamená, dnes se budeme věnovat sprinterské části mezi ženami samozřejmě.
Szejne Gasparen, aki gyakorol.
A počasí z pohledu diváka, ten ideální z pohledu závodníka, z pohledu na vlajky už skoro nikoliv, ale necháme se překvapit, jak to všechno bude vypadat. Vám všem příjemné dopoledne.
Megijedtünk itt. Ennyi, ja. Ennyi kell nekünk csak, úgyhogy ez nem sok. Közben már bejelentkeztek az Eurosporton is már jön Csabi, úgyhogy szerintem már mi is hamarosan bejelentkezünk. Nézzük Pavlovát.
Do startu první závodnic ona Franciska Preussová, jakožto šestá žena světového poháru a zároveň pátá žena disciplíny sprintu bez sporu bude mít a bude chtít do toho celkového pořadí náležitě prohovořit. Takový 13,5 minuty do startu závodu žen sprint 7,5 km. Za malou chvíli začínáme. First, start, bid number 3, second in the overall
Sajnálod. Na. Szia Milán. Na hamarosan akkor. 10 perc is rajtalunk. Ugye a Franciska rajzol, úgyhogy... Ja. Na hát akkor mindenkinek jó szolgálatos kívánok, és akkor elkezdődik a hivatalos adás. Ugye itt vagyunk Prágától nem messze, Město. Jó. És mellette van Nové Město. Mikrofon underneath. Mikrofon, jó, azt audio. Mikrofon, audio, jó, azt audio. Ez jó, biztos jó. Ezt lejjebb összeg. Na, lassan ugye készülnek a versenyre. Még 8 perc van hátra, hogy elinduljon. Itt van ugye a Franciska Pajsz, aki ment egyesre fog rajtolni. Most hát ő meg... Hármasol. Giulia Simon. Léna Heki. A te ozbruselen.
To nemá pochvala pro tebe, 9,57.
Liza, vytadzi.
5, 2, 0.
Eckhoff.
3, 4, 4.
31.
Márketet Davidov, aki majd 30-számossal fog indulni. Aki ugye szintén esélyes erre a versenyre.
44.
Hanna Szóla, aki ugye harmadik lett ebbe a számba a világbajnokságon. Ani Pesku.
světového poháru disciplíny. No a Němkám se nepovedla štafeta, 12. místo a tak bez sporu si ten tak včerejší den budou
Na, megint nézzük akkor a pályát, ez a 2,5 kilométeres táv, amit háromszor fognak megtenni, és ugye köztük van ugye a két lövészet, úgyhogy egy fekvő és egy álló.
The last preparations of the course for the women's sprint here over 7.5 kilometres. Good relays over the last couple of days, Mike.
They were very entertaining and some surprises. Norway down in fifth was a huge surprise. The recent world champions, and it's testing out here, isn't it? These course profiles are a huge test, but much faster today, as you said. The track's quite icy at this time.
Well, as you can see, 3 times around the 2.5 kilometre loop here in Nové Město, a venue that's been used for the World Championships many times. Of late, seems to be the venue used just after the World Championships, and we raced here at this time last year. In fact, it was the very first event not to have any spectators. And what a contrast that was from the stadiums packed with 25,000-30,000 fans. But amazing, Mike. It doesn't take long for you to get used to a new normality. And I think when the spectators come back, the athletes are going to struggle a bit.
They will be shouting at every shot, hit or miss, that's for sure. And that will be a new feeling once again for the biathletes.
Well, of course, now everyone's attention has turned from the World Championships to the overall World Cup as we have a look at the start sheet for today's race. Eckhoff, Urberg, Roysland are still the top 3 in the World Cup. The margin's pretty small, only 44 points between them, Mike. But when you take away their four worst results, Eckhoff loses 41 points. The other two virtually lose double that. So advantage very much Tyrrell Eckhoff with, what do we got, 7 races to go.
Yes, in a way she was fortunate. Those the poor start she had at World Cup 1 wasn't used to isolation. It looks like she became accustomed to those new routines, which every team has to have.
Well, it's a big field today, 106 starters in all, and as has become the way, certainly this season, the favoured athletes tend to pack themselves into groups 1 and 2. And the race generally decided by the time number 50 comes across the line. But at the Worlds, we had a couple of interesting races with some strong later starters. Amanda Lightfoot, good to see her on the start sheet, Mike. She's done very little racing this year.
Yes, raced the first race at the European
Na hát
Championship.
akkor
It was a
2
good
perc, és
performance,
akkor rajta a
so she
Franciska
has
Price.
decent ski speed,
Ő lesz az
and the shooting
első.
form was good there. Hopefully, she can bring that into the World Cup today.
What would be a good result for the British athlete in your mind?
Quite honestly, I think top 45. She's done better. She's been 31st, 30th in the past, but to start in the pursuit, I think that will be Amanda's aim.
Well, top 60 required for that, as I'm sure you know, as we get ready for the start of the women's sprint here in Nové Město, and Tyrolekov still going through the warm-up process. She starts number 31 today. That's quite a good start number. One or two big names in front of her. Vitozzi in particular for Chase, and Lisa Teresa Hauser starting 21. So I think Ekhoff will have been fairly happy with the bib number.
Szóval Déta
Yes, she has a good view there.
ugye 106 induló lesz, úgyhogy bőven lesz. Beszélgettük, hogy kik lesznek az esélyesek.
But she has a good commanding view over the big names ahead of her.
Now, quite a few changes, Mike, in terms of the how they calculate the total of your World Cup points at the end of the season. The overall, as we've mentioned, instead of having 2 results taken away, you have 4, and this really to allow for any teams that get hit by the COVID. Saw some very, very interesting stats on the COVID testing, and a lot of people questioning how can you have a sport like this where everyone seemingly hugging and kissing after events. They have conducted 13,000 COVID tests over the season, and they've had a total of 53 positive tests, and those individuals, those teams instantly isolated. Last week, 970 tests, absolutely no positive at all negative. So great news, and they were just as thorough at the Junior World Championships.
Hát akkor megkezdődik a 7,5 kilométeres női sprint verseny, és akkor az első induló, akkor az első induló Franciska Price, 30,000 teszt, aha, annyi. Annyit szoktak védezni, aha. Igen.
Those three expected to fight it out today, but Franziska Preuss, I think she'll be fairly confident with her recent performances, and she's been a sort of steady performer all the way through the year, Mike.
Cseppet fáradtam meg álmosan, de azért jó vagyok. De a második induló, Baiba Bendika.
Starting 2, Baiba Bendika for Latvia.
Aki ugye a világbajnokságon majdnem érmet szerzett tömegrajtosban, csak nagyon elszúrta a negyedik lövészetét. Összesen a 4 lövészet, tehát együtt véve csak ugye 2 hibát vétett, ami ugye a érmébe került, de hát ez van, majd ebből tanul majd jövőre, és akkor Hanna Öberg, aki ugye a tennapi aranyérmes női váltónak a második embere volt. És aki a VB-n szerzett 2 érmet is, úgyhogy olyan szegényen nem mentek el innen, Szlovéniából. Ez a fiatalabb Gasparen lesz, igen. Selina Gasparen.
Selina Gasparen, Mike, really impressive. Absolutely nothing happening early season, outside the top 50 in races, and suddenly stringing together top 15s regularly.
It's strange, isn't it? Wise old owl, the depth and experience at 36-year-old for Gasparen. She knows how to handle the pressure. Good to see Vera there, just of her warm-up.
Monika Hojnis, aki ugye Európa bajnok. Még egy pár éve ezelőtt. Az jó. Én egy olyasmilyen 6-7 óra fele. 6-7 óra fele, mert úgy volt, hát hogy elmegyünk a bootba, a faszom fog elmenni a bootba, ilyen 8-9 faszom fog. Nekem elmegyek majd délután. Na közben ugye Price az első természetesen, mivel még csak ő ment át a 0,9 kilométeres ponton. Julia Simon, aki ugye a vegyes párosnak a idei világbajnoka. Gigonáttal együtt.
She's got some arms on her. She's
Úgyhogy azért ő sem lehetett szomorú a VB után. 7. indulóként az észt Johanna. Én mindig azt hittem, hogy azért, hogy akkor ugye Észtországba, akkor ugye hogy akkor ő ott oszták az észt. Én mindig azt hittem, hogy azért hívják Észtország. Ugye mert ugye ott osztják az észt, ennyi, hát ennyi. Az észt azt ugye ott osztják, és ennyi. Azért jó az Észtország. Istenem, milyen viccet köszi. Dennis Herman. A németekről majd ejtek egy szót majd a vége felé. A németeknek a gyatra teljesítményéről leszek két mondat, hogy miért is mennek olyan rosszul. Léna Heki.
Just missed out. Actually, her sprint was her best performance. She came in 4th on that occasion.
Léna Heki, aki ugye szintén érmet szerzett volna a tömegrajtásba, de ő is nagyon elszúrta az utolsó lövészetét.
And remember last year in the relay, that was their strength. They worked well as a team. They've lost that element this year, but form as a team coming back from the Swiss team.
Mari Eder, ugye aki régen úgy hitták őt, hogy Mari Laukanen, csak ugye férhez ment, és ezért Mari Eder a neve. És az a furcsa, hogy Mari Edernek a férje az pont ugye a finneknél a sífutó edzőjük, úgyhogy szép kis párocska, így mondva. Na, Simon közben a második, az 5. Bazen már jövök már. Jelenhetik 11-esre. Majd lesz egy debütáló hölgyecske, 101-esen indul. Vanessa Voigt. Ő ugye idén megy a IBU kupába, csak most ő fellépett egy próbára. Ingrid Landmark Tandevold, aki ugye szerzett tömegrajtásba egy ezüstérmet, meg van neki egy aranyérme és egy bronzérme, úgyhogy összesen ő három érmet szerzett, úgyhogy a norvégok megint eladtak a VB-n, hogy mindig. És érkezünk az első lövészethez, amit nekünk szolgáltat Franciska Price. Hát a németeknek nem sikerült jó a VB, összesen szereztek 2 érmet, úgyhogy... Na nézzük. Ha egyet is hibázik már, az egy kérdés lesz már. Na nézzük. Eddig jó. Igen. És meg lesz az 5-ből 5. Megvan. Mehet tovább Franciska Price hibátlan. És gyorsan is lőtt. Szerencsére most nincs olyan nagy szél, annyira, mint tegnap. Van szél, de nem ilyen erős, mint tegnap. Plusz is árvatova. A csehek nagyon rosszul teljesítettek a férfi váltóban, meg a hölgy váltóban is. Tegnap előtt nagyon rosszak voltak. Hazai pályán a csehek nagyon... Hát gondolom nem erre számítottak, úgyhogy ilyen rosszul fognak teljesíteni. Hanna Öberg.
Just looking at Broid's, her actual range
Tudod
start time
elvire
is 26 seconds. She took a long time before the first shot, then she let them rip.
És ront egyet Hanna. Nézzük vajon, hogy meg lesz a... Egy hiba?
Well, you know what she's thinking.
Még ebben még.
She didn't exactly rush that first shot.
Kisült egy jó eredmény. 17-es. Egy moldovai. Alina Strejmos.
It is tricky when that wind fluctuates. It was fluctuating throughout their practice time, their zeroing time, and they'll just have to, I think, shoot a little slower to the first shot. Just have a good look down the range at the wind. It's okay, isn't it? If she needs 5 now in the stand to challenge for a top 10, a top 5 even.
A norvégoknak nem jól sikerült a női váltó. Nem bírta felállni még a dobogóra sem, ja, nem tudta felállni. Úgyhogy... Igen, mert a férfiaknál harmadikok lettek, a nőknél nem szerezte dobogó. Júlia Simon. Na nézzük, hogy...
And mentally it's tough for Royceland as Simon comes in. She did miss 3 out of 5, but got them in the relay with the 3 spares.
Nincs meg?
Very much low right, that's the wind. You can see 6 kilometers an hour, pushing the round low and to the right. The wind's from the left.
Még egy rontás. Jó, Simon már nem szerez érvet, és sőt, még kérdéses, hogy el fogja indulni a üldözésesbe. 20-as Paulina Fialkova. Ugye a másiknak a hazai versenyzője. Dennis Herman lesz, igen.
Hold that pace. She started number 10, so she'll be into shooting.
Ja, igen.
Just under
Jó, megkezdett szegény.
Denise Herman prepares for her first shot. There's a little change on the sights. Obviously, information being passed. Let's see where it goes. Any prediction?
Ront egyet Herman.
Right.
Már jól kezdődik neki is.
That was lucky. That was high. So she's offsetting now, realizing the wind is affecting, and she's probably just shading a little to the left in terms of sighting.
Még egy hibában még lehet itt keresni valamit. Persze, ahhoz még egy jó futás is hozzájárul. Közben Price jön. Ugye nézem is a live timingot. Ha engedni az egér, de engedi. Szuper jó. Na, Price az első és Bendika a második. Már neki 15,6 másodperc hátránya van. Már Bendikának. Mari Eder. Aki nem tudna, hogy miért van ott az a kis úgymond kartonpapír, vagy egy ilyen kis fémlap, az azért van ott, mert ugye süt a nap, és hogyha arra kapja a fényt, akkor ne menjen bele a szemébe, és így akkor kisebb az esély arra, hát hogy ront. Ez azért van benne. Nem mindenkinek van, mert valaki ezt kízé tudja zárni a fejéből, meg úgy mindenütt, de valakinek még kell. Ja, azért van egy kis oldalszélja. Nem annyira nagy, mint tennap, mert azért tennap sokkal borzasztó volt, de ma még enyhébb. De ma is nagy, de azért tennap durvább volt. Na, nézzük hetiket. Na, hetiki Biathlon? Na.
Good shoot though. Good shoot. The Germans seem to be on target today.
De ugye elmegy csak az első lövészet, ebben még nem mutatunk be sem.
And at 24-year-old she can easily find it. She needs to find a little more pace all season. She's been some 45-50 seconds off the pace over this distance. Great start for Thunderbolt.
13-as, kirajtott 13-as amerikai.
Standing shoot going to be absolutely key, and the first athletes from
Egan
lap
rajtolt.
1 will be in fairly shortly.
Tudom, őt nézzük, pontosan Egan-t.
Best of the Americans this year, Claire Egan. Susan Dunkley sort of raises her form and then drops away again.
And they had a
Nem fogja átvenni a vezetést, de bejött a második helyre.
Lynn
Persson, aki szintén tagja volt, viszont Jaja, nem jött rosszul. Viszont ő tagja volt ő is a tegnap előtti aranyérmes váltónak. Ő volt a harmadik ember, mert ő adta át záró embernek, elvire ővernek a stafétabotot. Franciska Price még egyet hibázik, úgyhogy szerintem őt lehet, hogy őt kihúzhatjuk az éremből. Persze, hogyha a többiek nem hibáznak egyet vagy kettőt, de eddig úgy néz ki, hogy ki lehet őt venni a érmek közül, őt, az ő nevét. Azt mondja, jön egy olasz versenyző, Wierer, hoppá, na ez már érdekes lesz, mert ugye ő az egyik esélyes az aranyéremre. Na nézzük. Ha Wierer jól lő, akkor lehet itt valami. Igen. És Wielernek még a részideje is jó. Igen, és ez át tudja venni. Most jön ki.
Playing a little safe there, and interestingly, I said she was 6 seconds off the pace at 900 meters, and a lot of those 900 meters, early 900 meters are downhill, but she then has pulled the speed all the way back to only what, a 0.4,
ja, igen.
actually 11.2 seconds.
Jó volt a részideje, mert láttam.
Now has set the new
Na
fastest
nézzük,
time.
Hanna Öberg másik lövészetét, nézzük. Hogyha hibátlan, akkor jó. Igen. Ront egyet, Öberg, még egyet ront.
Is this the end of season meltdown from Hannah Öberg? Has had her name
Hát, ezzel nem. És akkor indul a szakági világkupát vezető, egyben az összetett világkupát is vezető Tirilekov, aki ugye ennek a számnak a idei világbajnoka. Az osztott sárga-piros trikó.
Looking, what is it, 4 sprints in a row that she's won so far this season, looking to make it 5, and surely she's got her name etched on that trophy already.
Arra én is, mert ő vezeti 28 pont előnyen a szakágit, úgyhogy el lesz a összetöttben nincs olyan sok előnye, úgyhogy olyan 15 pont körül van. Itt belátjátok a 150 méteres büntetőkört. Ott a háttérben. Na, nézzük Monika Hoyniszt, aki rontott az első részletbe. Biztos, hogy nem veszi át a vezetést, de hogyha még ha ennyire kivár, még akkor se. Igen, jó, az elsőt már előtte, a másodikat jó. Már és ront is egyet Monika Hoynis.
You can see the head weight from Hoynish, and the head is the heaviest part of the body. It takes as much heavy weight through the rifle, it anchors it more, especially in these.
Egy új levegővétellel volt. Kivár inkább Hoynis, és 2-t ront még rá. 1+2-vel fejezi be Hoynis. Na, Hauser, aki egy kellemes meglepetés volt a egyik meglepetés versenyzők közül, mert ugye ő lett a női tömegrajtosnak az idei világbajnoka, úgyhogy de már egy hibával kezd. De viszont kibebaszottul gyorsan fut, úgyhogy már még ezt nem lehet leírni. És hogyha már beszéltünk Hanna Öbergről, akkor itt van Elvira Öberg, aki a váltónak az záró embere volt, aki szintén már neki most már van egy aranyérmát a hétvégéről. Szóval Elvira Öberg a képen, aki vezeti az U25-nek a kupáját, Dennis Herman. És hibátlan.
And that is going to be
8-7,
close, Mike. 28.4. And you've got to remember that Preutz did a penalty loop after the stand, so Herman may be a little bit fresher. It's about time she had
Bergeri
a
biztos be
cracking
fog
race.
jönni, az
It is,
100%.
and resting didn't take part in the relay. They absolutely needed her performance, but she looks very, very good today.
Aha, igen. Nem ő volt, nem Versailles, Emma Lunder, igen, ő az. És csak most fog rajtani
Good
majd
start from Emma Lunder.
Justin Breisaz.
And she's had a very strong season, and she's going to be chased now by Breza Boucher. And Breza Boucher, for me, looked as firm and strong and balanced as she has been all season, especially on the range in the relay.
Yeah, really disappointed with her World Championship races,
Chevalier.
though, sort of 25s, 30s, missed out in the individual 63rd position with 6 misses, so hopefully she can bring it back.
Massimone előtte magát a körül, hát ha nem. Igen. És ront egyet.
Well, silver medal at the World Championships in this discipline. It's going to be a tight fight now. She needs all 5 in the stand. She could still make the podium, possibly still win with her ski speed. 26 just settling. Zsima.
Most az ukrán versenyzőt fogjuk nézni, vagy ugye Izét nézzük? Jó, hát akkor Zsimát nézzük.
2 days ago, and initially the
Nem
Ukraine team was
nőnek úgy
disqualified,
annyira jó,
but reinstated later. And I think we
úgy tűnik,
mentioned that
hogy ma,
yesterday
úgy
that they
tűnik,
were
hogy ma a
disqualified. They had
győzelemért
been, but
vagy egy
reinstated. There was
hibátlan
a
lövészet
touch
kell,
in the
teljesen
handover zone, and
hibátlan,
they were,
vagy
as I
egy
say,
olyan
put back into
lövészet
third
kell,
place.
amivel
Fourth place, I
legalább
beg your pardon.
van egy hibát, szóval, hogy ez a 2 lehetséges, szóval, hogy akinek már van amúgy 2 hibája, vagy 3 hibája, az úgy egyszeres, az egyszeres. Akiknek közben bért a célbe Price, Vitozzi.
Ski stick strap over the buttock that sticks out, and nice to see that they reviewed that as we watch Lisa Vitozzi. 5 out of 5, good start from her, and ski speed's respectable. She's been promising to produce something good over the last 2-3 weeks actually, Mike, and a podium finish would be just the tonic for her in this closing stage of the season.
And we saw days of magic from her, didn't we, at the World Championships, but then some horrible days today. A little shake of the head from Andrea Zingerli scoping. I don't know what that was about, but I would be delighted with that performance.
Maybe an indication that the shots were just
hát ezt mondom én is, szóval, hogy vagy izével kell, a nulla hibával, vagy egyel, és ugye mind a kettőhöz gyorsítás kell. Na, Personnát néztük, mindegy. Jó, nézzük Wheelert. Amúgy megnézem, hogy Persson mennyit rontott. Wheeler akkor 0+1, ugye? Persson pedig...
Yeah, Tandrevold Mike leading the way, 13:47 for the Norwegians, shooting 10 out of 10, and we've sort of been keeping an eye on her because
azt mondják, hogy Persson rontott még egyet, úgyhogy... Igen, egyet rontott, úgyhogy... Igen, mert itt azt írják, hogy 2, de viszont az elsőn is rontott egyet, meg itt is. Ő nem Price, ő Eckhoff. Imádom, amikor a Hades késik a nevekhez képest, ezt úgy szeretem imádom. Mindegy, én nézem Eckhoffot. Na, most már néz. Na, és hibázik egyet Eckhoff.
Even with 0 misses, she's only just going to scrape ahead of Preutz, who leads with 19-13.
De mivel Wheeler is rontott egyet, így még az belefér. Ennyi. Az úgy, hogy te is figyelsz, meg is figyelek.
Look at this, she's so uncomfortable, the legs are completely spent. This is an exhausted athlete having a wonderful start to the season, and all these relentless races and fights she's had on the track, really tired right now.
Ugye most már ugye, tudnak most már ugye versenyezni a saját zászlójukat, mivel ugye ez csak egy világkupa, nem egy világbajnokság, úgyhogy most már használhatják ahol a zászlók, meg a címert is. Na nézzük.
you know, overtraining, overracing
Az
certainly an issue.
oroszokra
Actually, an ex-British coach,
ugyanannyira nem
I
ráférne,
think he did a
de
PhD in
egyet mond.
overtraining, and might be worth having a chat with him. And incidentally, I don't know if you saw it, Mike, but he's just done the Biathlon 10 times in 10 days. That's some achievement, a race of 92 kilometres. They obviously didn't have the race this year, but the tracks were prepared for a 14-day period. And he used 10 of those to repeat it day after day.
That's some endurance. That's good to hear that he's still in such a brilliant shape. Last I heard he was cycling America.
Yeah, he didn't look any younger at the end of
Konkrétan
it.
-3 fok van, a hónak a hőmérséklete az 1 fok, és 8 kilométeres szél fúj.
Gained some of it, but not all of it. Now, Elvira Erberg, is she going to be able to better her sister today? When you race in a team,
persze, mert ugye közben meg ugye elnyerőbe, persze, mert ezt úgy kell elképzelni, szóval, hogy ahogy ugye olvad a hó, mélyül is a hó, és nehezebb ugye sokkal. Sokkal nehezebb menni a olvad hóba, mint hogyha nagy kurva nagy lenne hideg. Persze, ez így van. Szóval, hogy mert ugye a versenyzők az ilyen, mert erre úgy ez a hó, ami itt van, szóval, hogy ugye a pályán szélén nincs hó. Ezt a havat ezt úgy kell képzelni, hogy ugye itt a pályán szélén, itt nincs hó, és ők, amit ugye erre tálasztak havat, azt ők kihozták abból a hűtött helységből, meg ugye használnak egy kis műhavat hozzá, és így. Persze, van egy kis műhó, de ja. Egy kis igazi hó, keveredve is így. Közben az első helyen 7,7 másodperc előnye Tandevon. Zdók. Az biztos, hogy a sok esélyre, hogy nem találták el a helyes masszolás, az biztos. És ugye tudjátok, hogy ennek az eredménye, ami lesz, ez befolyásolja a holnapi üldözésesnek a rajtlistáját, szóval nem mindegy, hogy mennyi a hátrány, vagy esetleg épp, hogy mennyi az előnyöd. Szóval aki beír az első helyen, és aki meg is nyeri, annak sem mindegy, hogy kényelmes 40 másodperc előnnyel indul, vagy csak ugye ez egy másodperce, úgyhogy ja. Ebből is érdekes az a verseny. Csima, hogyha hibátlan, akkor még lehet, hogy egy ukránra. És hibátlan Csima. Érik az ukrán arany.
Only 7.9 outside Tandrevol's time.
Eddig még csak érem, de lehet, hogy meg lesz az arany. Véletlenül át fogja venni a vezetés, de viszont nem tudjuk, hogy... Igen, ő hozhat egy meglepetést, de mondjuk Jima már ő egy olimpiai bajnok váltóban. Na, jön Wiener.
By 5.9, the lead was up to 2.3. By 6.6, it was down to 1.3. This is going to be close.
Nagyon már nem tud jönni. Szerintem már elfáradt. De át tudja menni és át fogja menni a vezetést. Épp hogy. 1,1 másodperccel.
It's Vera who denies her this time, but Jima is in an even stronger position, Mike, and so is Vitozzi, who's gone through. So the lead after the second shoot, Jima on 30-34, Vitozzi 3 seconds back, Vera was 11 seconds back, so I don't have much doubt that Vitozzi She doesn't need many carrots,
Ő már
but a
nyert.
carrot to beat her own
Fokvéd
teammate
szemben nyert egy
is a
sprintet,
huge one.
úgyhogy
And I think she'll be able to hold on to those 8
meg lesz még egy
seconds.
fehér orosz arany?
That will be great
A
motivation.
világkupában
So
vajon?
happy for
Érik.
Vitozzi, so happy for Zima. They're both great biathletes. The day they hit
És
10,
Érik a
they
fehér
can
orosz
win.
aranyére.
Don't normally have the ski speed, but some big names
És
missing today. Alimbekova, that was a good performance as well.
Alimbekovának
10 out of
tavalyhoz
10.
képest sokkal jobban
Royston
megy
coming in, she's missed twice today, so
a futás.
no win,
Rőzeland.
but my goodness, she is skiing well. She
Rőzeland megelőzheti épp, hogy nem lesz meg Wheeler.
down on Vera, coming out of the range.
És
She's
talán
taken
most sincs,
11
úgyhogy
seconds out of the Italian and goes into third just
megelőzésben a
behind
harmadik helyet
Tandervold.
Royce.
That could
Royce-ot
be good for
megelőzi.
the overall World Cup, Mike, if Ekhoff has a bit of a
Nagyon
meltdown, and we've
Ekhoff.
not seen much of Ekhoff so far.
Azt hiszem, hogy mindenki elindult
close
el,
after the
aki
second
nekünk
shoot.
fontos.
Zima ahead of Alimbekova by 2 seconds. Then Vitozzi 3.4. Vera was 11.1 behind after the second shoot.
Now, Ekhoff cannot afford a miss. Can't afford to take too long either.
Egyből egy.
15.6 to the first shot.
Kettőből
3 seconds
kettő.
or so in between, but
3-ból 3.
taking
De
care.
siess 4-ből 4.
This is important.
Kivál Ekhoff.
An extra 2 or
És
3
5-ből 5.
breaths, but it was worth the wait.
Mehet Ekhoff az
And
aranyére.
still inside that time set by Zima, so despite a miss in the prone, Tyrrell Ekhoff is flying and looking to make it 5 sprint victories in succession. She will not be inside the Ukrainian coming out.
Azt hiszem,
but
hogy
Mike, a
nagyon
10
elrajtolt.
second margin, can she make
Nagyon
that
már
up? It might be more
elrajtoltak,
than that.
akiknek nem számítál.
10.5.
Akik,
I think she
akik
can, and
minket
the
érdekelnek.
spirits of Vera will
Davidova.
drop down, knowing that it's probably not a
Na,
win right now
na, ő
today.
pedig az egyéni számnak
And
a
I think that
világbajnoka.
Tyrrell Ekhoff could pull 13-14 seconds
Idén.
out of Zima.
Na nézzük.
Yeah, Vera might finish
Davidovát,
off
hogy
the podium, to be honest. The
mit
current
hoz ki a
leader
versenyben. Egyből
from
egy.
Italy in the finish with a time of 19:04. She
Kettőből
has
kettő. 3-ból 3.
4 in front of her at the moment. Ekhoff, Vitozzi,
Négyből négy.
Alimbekova, Zima.
Hogyha hibátlan,
4
akkor tud
different
menni az aranyért.
nationalities making the change to
Íj,
beat
ez egy
her.
hiba a
The
cseheknek.
individual world champion misses the last shot, and actually, my goodness, she would have been in there as well. What a fantastic race we've got.
I
Pedig
was
egy
holding my breath for her. I
hazaérem.
thought that Davidova would
És jön ugye
manage. She was
Kajseva a
stable.
célba.
Really difficult time when she was in shooting there. The wind made her 30 seconds much more difficult than some of those in earlier. Well, it's a very tight race, and good to see Roysland coming back into much stronger ski form, but she did miss 2 early on. Kajseva, good skiing as well. This is going to be a very close run race today, and a wonderful pursuit tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the biggest
A hatodik
disappointment
helyről jön be
today will
Kajseva,
be
egy
Hannah
hibával.
Öberg, Mike, down in 14th already. Unlikely to hold on to a top 20
Jön Hauser.
and double points effectively today
Ó,
because
három
today's
hibával.
result determining the start of the pursuit tomorrow. Lisa Theresa Hauser with 3 misses. Is that the end of her run of success? She's had no podiums prior to this season, and she's notched one up after the other since Christmas. Not today. 120 off the leaders. Hauser into 15th, 1 place behind Hannah Öberg.
Julia Zima. Na nézzük Zsimát. 50 másodperce volt arra, hogy bejön a célba. Hogyha Vírát megelőzi, ha minden igaz, akkor Zima a legfeljebb a második lehet. Elvileg Öberg már az első, már 2-t rontott. Elvileg Öberg esélytelen. Hagyjuk is ki a témából. A rendező is úgy gondolt, hogy inkább Zsimát nézzük, és Zsimának lesz idő, és be fog jönni Vire elé. Már nagyon nem bírja a végét Zsima, és 7 másodperccel bejön, kereken 7 másodperccel. Vire elé. Jön Vitozzi, és lehet, hogy Vitozzi megelőzi Zsimát.
run out of time. She's
Nem,
going to miss
nem fogja
by a
megelőzni.
couple of seconds. Well done to Yulia Shima.
Elfáradt a
My goodness,
végére,
she's kept the
Vitozzi.
pace on. And
De a második hely
Vitozzi
megvan.
goes
Megnézi a
ahead
honfitást,
of
Vírást.
Vera. So good skiing, but Shima outstanding on that last lap. Now, 29 is another big number we have to watch out for. Alimbakova was just behind, 2.2 behind the Ukrainian Zhima coming out of the range. And Alimbakova 3.5 at 5.9. She dropped a bit actually, 5.1 at 6.6. So I think Zhima can relax for the moment, Mike, but she will be keeping an eye on Ekhoff, who has gone from 10.5 behind to 4.6, and now just 0.8 behind at 6.6. So with 900 meters to go, advantage Ekhoff in my book.
Oh, Ekhoff, you give her a chance, a slender chance, she'll grab it.
Második hely, se lesz meg a harmadik hely meglett. Elfáradt a végére Alimbakova. Fenébe.
Third. And she won't be so happy when she gets pushed down a fourth. Splits the Italians for now. Here comes the charge of Tyrell Ekhoff. You can always rely on her
Ekhoff jön fel, mint egy rakéta. Ekhoff,
She won the sprint a long time ago, 18th of December. She won in Hogfilson.
És hát ugye egy ukrán aranyérem lesz végül.
And then of course won the world title. She's going to make it 5 sprints in a row if she
Nem,
can better that time of Yulia Zhima.
Meg lesz Ekhoffnak.
18:57. She's still got 20 seconds in hand. She was 10
Ekhoff ott
seconds behind coming out of the range.
Ott folytatja, ahol abba hagyta.
10 seconds ahead. A 20 second
És behozza az első helyre Ekhoff.
Unbelievable from Ekhoff.
That was some performance. The skis are without doubt running well. She took such a chunk off Zhima's time on the first 500 meters. Most of that's downhill, but what a great attack and what a great performance.
Lényegében amúgy ez lesz a végeredmény.
And with missing a target, the next four out of the next 5 athletes all hitting the perfect score.
Igen, mert nagyon más nincs,
I thought it
aki
might have been her day, having shot 0-0, but down in 6th place. But biathlon is about consistency, and Tandrevold has got that at the moment.
So strange.
De nézzük Hanna Szólát, aki ugye rontott az első művészetnél. Hát csak ennek a részideje annyira nem olyan jó, de még jó lehet, hogyha gyorsan lő és hibátlan. De vissza meg lehet a... Nem. Even ebben már nem lesz érem.
In terms of seconds, what is it worth having someone who is just 4 or 5 seconds ahead?
Oh, it's a massive carrot. You know what
Pedig
you have to do.
ők tegnap előtt a váltóval
To
másodikok
try,
lettek,
and on
úgyhogy
every
a
aspect, every
Davidova.
corner, every descent, you're just tucking that little lower. You're trying to carry your pace up into the next hill that little bit further. It really is a motivator, and we saw that with Ekhoff to take 20 seconds of Zhima and more. That's quite amazing.
Yeah, I read an interesting report by the Swedish press who had noticed that William Peroma, as we watched Davidova come in to the finish over 35 seconds behind, so no top spot for her. William Peroma, one of the promising cross-country skiers from Sweden, in the 15K, Mike, the coaches were telling him he's on line for a medal finish. He was over a minute off, and I'm just wondering whether you think that coaches have to be accurate and honest rather than just trying to motivate them for one race.
Honestly, I think I've had that done to me before, and you do not believe again what is said to you, especially at the World Champs. If you think you're chasing for a medal, yes, you dig deeper. It's hard to believe the coaches again on any information.
Well, they're still starting, and we've got another 20 minutes of starting here in Nové Město. As we said, most of the big names going early. We thought the race would be decided by bib number 50. I think it may well have been decided by bib number 31, Tyrell Ekhoff, 18:48. That is a fabulous time here in Nové Město. The winning time at the World Championships, 21:18. Of course, a totally different course, but it gives you some idea. Last year here, Denise Herrmann was the champion, 18:51.
She looked good at the start of the day, although with that early number, bib number 8, she had no idea. I'm sure she could have assumed, of course, Ekhoff would be challenging for yet another victory.
Nice shooting from Hammerschmidt, but 25 seconds given away on the first loop. Hannah Sola has produced a really quick run. She started number 44, and I'm assuming that she's gone and missed targets. She missed one in the prone, and Sola missed one in the stand. So racing for a top 10. Breza Boucher, 28 seconds off the mark into the top 10, though, beating Denise Herman.
Just looking at Breza Boucher's time there, 28. Take that one missed target away, she would have been challenging for that lead time. 5 seconds off it, maybe.
Well, both Urberg sisters missing 3 targets, and Hannah Urberg sitting down in 23rd position at the moment. I think Elvira is going to struggle to make the top 30 today. Bendika sitting on 203. She's safe just. And Heike bumped down to 31. Top 40 getting points, remember.
In the relay 2 days ago, I thought Vanessa Hintz looked exhausted. She needed that shot. Today she's much better, much more sparky on her skis.
Yeah, Mrs. One, really impressive pursuit race in the World Champs. Went from 12th to 6th, hitting all 20 targets, but the ski speed not really there throughout the season. As we look at the, that's not the finish. That's not the finished results at the moment. That's after the second shoot. You see Eckhoff down in 4th. She has pulled back 20 seconds on that last lap to lead by 9.3. Jima 2nd, Vitozzi 3rd, Alimbakava 4, Dorothea Vera 5, Tandrevold Roysland 6 and 7. So 3 Norwegians in the top 7.
Just looking at the later starters, Elisa Gasparin, one of them, she's taking a long time today in between each shot, 4.4 seconds. The Russian team opting to put their bigger names further back on the start sheet, so maybe there'll be a opportunity. Pavlova, bib 81 to do something. Akimova, bib 90. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we're watching Elisa Gasparin from Switzerland. We need to keep an eye out for
Na, visszajött a srácok.
who has the lead
Na,
time
Italien,
after the first
aki
shoot.
hibátlan
So
volt
maybe
az
the
első lövészetig,
Russians
eddig
are onto
hibátlan.
something, Mike. 6:41.
Hey,
5
buddy.
seconds inside Dorothea Vera.
És
So Eckhoff
átbölött,
can't start the
és
celebrations quite yet as we watch Ida Lien. 10
Kadurisk.
seconds outside, could be heading for a top 10
átvette a
if she keeps
vezetés az
that
első
sort of form
lövészetük után.
going.
Well, that's very interesting. So there's a chance, and Kadurish really did show some magical ski form, better than she has all season in the relay.
She's the only one of the later starters, though, Mike. The next to have started after position 50 is Pedrushna. She's down in 12.
Hát eddig ekkor fél arany, és szerintem ezt nagyon már nem tudja senki se elvenni.
Low position in the prone.
Yes, and look at the angle of the right shoulder to elbow compared to Jacqueline, which we saw yesterday. His elbow comes way far out. You need good pressure through that right elbow.
Hannah Sola skiing very quick in the early stages. 2 misses worth 50 seconds plus. 1 miss, and she would have been looking at a top 5. But Sola has produced some good results this year. 11th place at the moment. Kadurish still with the lead at 4.1 kilometers. She's yet to come into the range. She started number 58, so she should be in any moment now for her standing shoot.
You might be wondering what that paper is. Well, it's the paper which wraps around the ammunition casing, and it's to stop the sun. The sun is from the right side, and what a difference that makes. It really affects your vision through the rear sight, and that's why a number of the athletes today are just trying to shade the sun. Hasn't worked for Mironova.
Now, here is Kadush. What's she going to do in the stand? There's the 1 miss.
Egy
Means that she is not going to win.
Idénnek,
4 out of 5. It's still going to be a good result, Mike, but she'll be so disappointed because when she looks at the analysis of this race and realises that she had the lead coming into the second shoot, and threw it away with just that one miss. She'll be in one way disappointed, but in another way quite excited in that she realises she has the potential to finish on the podium.
Susan Dunkley.
Kaduris, yes, so close to, she's on a good day, so close to a great day. Susan Dunkley, great in the relay, yes, 2 days ago, missing 5 today. She won't like that shooting score.
Yeah, Dunkley, what, 6 times we've seen her on the podium. We've not seen anything near that form so far this year. Lying in 47th in the World Cup standings. Another bad day on the range, 5 misses. And I wonder how much longer she will grace the World Cup tour. It's been a long, hard fight this year without too much reward.
As always, Susan, everything is left on the track. All the energy, can give no more. And missing 5, you have to find something to try and limit the damage. I hope she can get a start tomorrow, unlikely possibly in the pursuit.
Kryuku, 3 or even 4 clicks changed for her prone. Remember, the later starters have a much longer time between the 0 and the race. So Mike, when you 0 and you're starting late, as Kryuku has done, what note, other than the mental note of the wind conditions, are you making? Is it all written down?
You've looked at it previous days, and I think the last check as you come in is the most important check. You know what it was like when you were zeroing, especially so you're coming in for your prone shoot, and the brain just gets the reading. Okay, the flags are stronger from the left. I need to adjust into the wind. So it's final reading. That was a brilliant, brilliant
that
shoot.
Was amazing from Hammerschmidt. I think 4 of the targets would have fallen in the prone position. So solid, looks so confident. She's gone 10 with 10. It would be nice to think she's got a lot left in the tank to make some of those seconds up, but a really, really impressive shoot, but still down in 16th place. We need Hermann skiing, Hammerschmidt shooting, and then you're in business.
Yes, Hammerschmidt, she's quite a gentle skier. None of this real forceful dropping the upper body aggression. I think that sometimes you need. Vanessa Hintz skiing much better today.
Into 20th position. If we were to break it up into 3 compartments, Mike, skiing, shooting and mental approach, what are you going to take from who to get the perfect female biathlete?
Do you know what? It's all in one person right now this season. When you see, you know, honestly, I was thinking that earlier. Tiril Ekov has got the fearsome mind of a warrior. She's got the beautiful balance and grace of a ballet dancer. And right now, she's on wonderful shooting form. The odd little miss, but she's slowed it down. Patrick Oberegger has done such a great job. The Italian coach who used to work for Vera, he's really changed her mind in terms of shooting. He's got rid of the random shooting and brought some real class to the table. Great to see Amanda Lightfoot.
That's good 34 seconds given away. Yeah, that's not a bad first loop. 2.5K done. Now 10 out of 10, and she's going to be racing tomorrow in the pursuit. Happy with the position?
I saw the right elbow slip out a little there just on the final preparation, but position wonderful. And Amanda is a really good shot. But everything is going well.
Bigfoot.
That's okay. One shot. We've seen a lot of the top names missing one today as well. Shemarenko, well, Valentina, of course, the twins for so long have graced the world stage in biathlon, haven't they? And I keep wondering when youngsters are going to be brought forward or brought into the team for experience. It does happen occasionally, but you've got such a strong core of long-term athletes in the Ukraine female team. They have to stick to reliability. I like the ease at which Lien just composes herself. It really isn't working today. 4 targets missed. That's awful.
Yeah, it's 2 bad days, Mike. The relay was a bit of a disaster for her as well. Part of the reason Norway finished down in 5th place. The race after they won the World Championships. Bescon for France. Yeah, the ski speed's gone. Just 1 miss. Normally, she would have been knocking on the top 10, but today. She could be 20th to 25th, maybe even further down. Hettish might miss out here. She's going to be bumped down, I think, one place. Yes, into 22nd for now. The best of the French today at the moment is Brézard Boucher, who lies in 9, and then the Chevalier Boucher in 14. Well, there you see it. Norway on the top again. And Eckhoff doing her chances of taking the Crystal Globe no harm at all. You know, she really deserves it, Mike. That's 5 sprint wins in succession. She hasn't been beaten in the sprint since the 18th of December. That is incredible.
What a record that is. It's very difficult to do. You've got different conditions, you're in different form, different fatigue in your body. It's super class to be so consistent over this distance. Kadurish, that early pace, Patrick, it's caught up with her on the last lap, but it's still a really good performance.
Cole, Chevalier.
Chloe Chevalier, she's taking a long time, as you would when the wind is changeable between each shot. 6 seconds, 5.7 seconds. It's worth it. The penalty's, what, 24 to 26 seconds today on the 150-meter penalty loop.
Yeah, we saw Preutz shooting in the prone, admittedly early on in steady conditions, and she was taking 1.8, 1.9 seconds in between each shot. That adds up 54 seconds as opposed to Preutz, who was 20.6. That's a lot of skiing you've got to do to make that up.
Did you see the length of time from shot 4 to shot 5? 17.1 seconds. Oh, that is getting close to a penalty loop. You know, you have to sort of hedge your bets and think, okay, let's go for a faster rhythm. Yes, she got it though, so in the end it was worthwhile.
Martin Hammerschmidt I Biathlon när vi sätter ju något
Yeah, look at it, lost 17 or save myself a penalty of 25.
Yeah, taking 17 to do it, you're only gaining 6-7 seconds, but the brain, you lock in there and you think, I've got to get this one. You're trained to get them, and it's hard to break that when you're in sort of the race storm. Your thinking is affected. You just drop back into habit.
So Hammerschmidt, very, very nice shooting, but there's just no energy in there. When you watch Eckhoff, you can see the explosion on every single stride, but Hammerschmidt didn't have it today.
Jessica Yislova.
Yislova knows the conditions and the range here. So far, it's helped. Only 15 outside coming in, and 15 seconds separating the top 3. So a podium is possible, but she's going to have to get this last one away quickly. She does that, 4 seconds. I think it's going to have grown to a margin of around 25 seconds, and that will push her down into 8th place, Mike. It's so tightly packed in the finish at the moment. The top 10 separated by 29 seconds.
And the brief today for the Czech Republic athletes will have been maybe a firm talking after the relay they had, but much improved today. So 11 seconds, that's okay. A quick adjustment there on the sides into the wind. That was 2, maybe 3 clicks, so 9-10 millimeters to the left. That was low. Fairly central. Again.
Same hole as last time. Finishes it off nicely. Last 3 or 4 shots were pretty much through the same hole. And she gets away, but a 40-second shoot, so that's 18 seconds given away to the fastest in the prone, which was Lisa Vitozzi on 25. Preutz, as I mentioned, the fastest in the stand at 20.6. Hammerschmidt 20.7, Julia Simon the same time. And Tyrell Eckhoff, be interested to see what she shot.
Most hát szerintem már nagyon el van,
Super
el van
quick.
olvadva, hú, már nagyon meg van olvadva.
Can't find
Most
it
már
for
akkor
now.
mindenki
We'll,
elrajtolt.
try and
Az
there she is,
utolsó
Mike
Anderson
Tilekov,
is.
36.4.
Anderson,
So
az utolsó.
16 seconds given away on the range, 20
Startoló is
gained
indul,
back on
úgyhogy
the tracks.
Fearsome, absolutely. Michaela Carrara improving all the while, but missing 2 targets didn't help that result today.
Valentina Semerenko.
One of the most experienced athletes on the tour, Valentina Shemerenko.
Két hiba. Másodjára.
The deep handhold, the wide handhold that she has, it's a very stable build through the hand there, but not working when the wind is so variable. I think that's the factor. It's a variable wind. Sometimes like that, that's 8-9 kilometers an hour, then it just drops away completely. The
Van egy
right one moves
Savoytra,
continually.
kíváncsi leszek a németek közül, hogy mit tud.
Meg
arra a fiatal új norvég hölgyre. 78-assal még fut.
Now, is this going to give her a chance of getting into the top 60?
Oh,
it may well do.
Behibáltam.
9 out of 10. We haven't seen a
Egy
shoot,
plusz nulla a
haven't seen a
Britnek.
race much this year, but that's an excellent performance. And if she can limit the differential to under 2 minutes, she will certainly get herself a start in the pursuit tomorrow. And that will probably have been the aim first thing this morning as we watch Pavlova for Russia, 28.3.
Ütetésesen még részt tud venni. Pavlova eddig 0+1.
Pavlova shooting. Yes, Amanda Lightfoot, 44th position right now, 125 behind.
Megy tovább Pavlova.
Well, Pavlova in 24.5 seconds, like lightning, she's gone and picked up 2 penalty loops. So what, some 50 seconds now to be added as she skis around the penalty.
Na, hát így akkor Zsimának, így akkor lesz egy második hely. Így. Már ezért 66-an Mácél vannak, úgyhogy már nincs olyan sok hátra. Mezőnyből.
Zsima dropping 1 down to 2. Lisa Vitozzi, good performance from her. 15 seconds off the top time today. Limbakova at 16. Vera 16.3. Tanrevold at 17.4. The top 4 positions, Mike, all starting between 26 and 31. Now that's only what, a 2-minute period. I'm just wondering whether the wind conditions were particularly good at that stage.
I think it's been fairly consistent. I think the changeable aspect now, as the race has gone on, more sun on the tracks as well. The tracks, without a doubt, are splashing up now, so much more fearsome drag factor.
Still waiting for some of the later starters. Kadurish was in 9th coming out of the range, missed 1 target. She was leading after the first shoot, and actually has put in a really good performance today. She started number 58 and should be into the finish fairly. Oh, actually, she has just finished, and she's 41 behind, down in 14th at the moment as we watch her teammate Aita Gasparin.
Aita Gasparin, ugye az idősebb Gasparin.
Nice focus, good shoot, and
Jó,
not
eddig
the
hibátlan az
quickest,
első
but
rész.
27 will do nicely.
Sandra looking nervous there, but she's got to be happy with Aita's shooting. It was fast, it was accurate.
And 21st position, if she can hold that, that will be good. Switzerland have 14th with Kadurish, and then quite a long way down to Selena Gasparin, who's down in 41st, missing four. So she's at 150 behind. Actually, Selena Gasparin, Mike, skiing better than she has done for a couple of seasons.
És akkor jön a Vanessa
Voigt,
Voigt,
the form. I
első
think it's just
vészethez.
leading into the World Championships. We had seen in Antholz previously the ski speed was good.
Aki most
And
debutál, ugye?
she kept on
Ha
missing
nézzük.
some of the last targets, but she's put that to a higher level now in the 3rd last World Cup of the season.
felnőttünk ugye Jessica Nyiszlova.
White has been
Na
racing
nézzük,
well at IBU
ő
Cup,
vezet
so
egyet. Na nézzük,
opportunities given,
volt
brought
hibázik
into World
egyet.
Cup racing.
Nézzük, hogy milyen ez a fiatal név az. A futásán még biztosan valami...
And Yislova missing one there we saw, and Voigt as well missing one.
Egyelőre nem rossz. Az új fiatal német. Közben jön egy finn.
Germany only one in the top 10 at the moment. I know there are certain frustrations in the German cross-country team. Schlickenrieder, former Olympic medalist, now in charge of the German squad, not happy with the way things are going and the lack of results. I think a lot of teams frustrated by the fact that the Norwegians have totally dominated the Nordic World Championships. What have they got? 22 medals between them, with Sweden next best with 6. You know, they're 4 times as good as anyone else.
Yes, total domination, and so much was said and written as Minkinen comes in, missing 2. She'll get a start tomorrow. So much has been written and said about it's the waxing World Championships. Not entirely that way, of course, but you need to have a great waxing team behind you, and Norway have that aspect.
És 0+2 Akimovának.
Well, the Russian athletes have flickered on and off, haven't they? Occasionally showing that they can maybe medal. We saw a 5th position in the individual at the World Championships, but not much more.
Igen, La Anderson.
Gera Anderson. Now, if she gives away 20 seconds every lap,
az utolsó induló. Na nézzük az utolsó sédet, hogy ő mit tud. Anderson.
Of the best time.
Ő is egy új versenyző itt, svédeknél.
30, maybe even the top 25.
Már ott egyet. Jó, másik jó.
Left eye.
Még egyet mond Anderson. És eddig 2 hiba.
That's unusual, Mike, to see an athlete
open the eye in
between each shot. Is she checking the conditions?
She maybe is having a look at the flags. We often see the eye half closed, don't we, consistently all the time, but when you close that eye, it affects the pupil on the other. Merkushina taking a lot of risk there in 25.7. Didn't pay off. If it had, she would have been, well, 26 seconds further up the field at the end of the day.
Yeah, Merkushina, the best of the later starters so far. 11th place she was after the first shoot. And coming out with that miss is likely to drop down to what, 25-30, somewhere around there. As Blut comes in for Poland, got to be happy with a 90% hit rate. Anyone up around the 90 at the end of the season is very happy with the stats. 152, that should be good enough for a pursuit start. Amanda Lightfoot has now been pushed down to 52nd position. Unusual for anyone within the 2-minute 20 of the winner to miss out. And Lightfoot at the moment, 2:03 off the time set by Tyrell Eckhoff, and it still looks as though she might be bumped out of the pursuit start.
Oh, that would be a pity. This course seems to lend itself. You've got these long descents, you've got short, sharp climbs continually up and down, and less athletes who can tolerate the lactic acid build-up less effectively than Tyrell Eckhoff. It closes it down. You get more recoveries on this track. And unusually as well, we've got, what, 21 athletes within the first, within 1 minute of the lead time. Normally it's about 12 to 14 in the women's field.
Gilenko was lying in 30th position after the second shoot, and that's a really good run from her. Gets herself into 33rd position. I think she's going to get herself some World Cup points. That's an all-out effort.
Egy új fiatal francia.
For France and the French, like the Norwegians, believe in bringing the younger, less experienced athletes in, give them a taste of the World Cup. And if she hits 10, she's going to be staying here for a while. Lovely start. Fantastic shooting. And that is looking for a possible top 10, but I think more likely we're looking at top 15. She's got some skiing to do.
Well, no hesitation there. She built the position, totally fearless. I think she had a good little window of opportunity there. The wind had dropped away, more so than we've seen in the rest of the race. The camera shot, I think it's exaggerating. Yeah. It looks like Aita's leaning backwards. I suppose it used to be like that in the old style of shooting.
Trying to get a metre closer to the targets. Gasparin, one miss, and that's a shame, actually, because a 25 deficit would have put her up alongside Preutz and Brézard-Boucher, so that would have been a very, very impressive run.
Well, the team briefing, yeah, it's good, isn't it? She's going to be, within a minute 10 of the lead time for tomorrow.
Top 30 would be good for Yislava. She was in 27th, a minute 8 down. That will have grown just a fraction, but still might just squeeze in. She will squeeze into the top 30, and for the home skier, a decent result. World Cup points coming her way. 1:14, the margin, and she'll probably be more excited about the start she gets in the pursuit than the points that she's going to win today.
Really unlucky. Look at the hair blowing in the wind, and she's taking a long time with this gust coming through. Oh, what a real shame that was.
Well, there's been some good shooting at the end of this race, and that has now pushed Great Britain's Amanda Lightfoot down into 56th position with what for me has been her best performance of the day. A shame she missed one in the prone. With 10 out of 10, she would have been looking at World Cup points, top 40 certainly.
Well, that's not bad for your first World Cup. And I think we might be seeing Voigt in the team as a regular next season. She'll probably be included the rest of this season. Keenan, an interesting athlete. I've met her up in Finland. She lives there now, but she's Belarus, married with a child, and living in Joensuu. Not bad getting called up for World Cups when you're 35-year-old. Part of the relay team yesterday, 2 days ago, I should say.
Yeah, the Finns missing Mäkäräinen, aren't they, Mike? The leader of the team for so long. And I dare say the reason that a lot of people sponsored the Finnish team, because Mäkäräinen almost always guaranteed to be in the mix.
I was wondering, I wonder if she could be coaxed back into the team for the Olympics next year, but I heard a rumour, but not sure if it will happen. Kushna hasn't the ski speed. She makes up for a lot of that in her fast shooting, one of the fastest every time.
The joys of oxygen debt and the squeaking lungs. Makushna obviously giving it everything on that last 2.5K loop, as we see Moser Canada. Yeah, 2:13 would normally squeeze in the top 60. Not today. The shooting standard from the slightly slower athletes has been very, very good.
Nadia, she'll be disappointed how many seconds. It's only, what, 10 seconds from a start, but it could change with some strong athletes still out there.
Surprisingly, Mike, only 6 have gone clear so far, but a large number of athletes with 9 hits out of the 10. Anderson doesn't join their number. Sweden, Paul with a rifle. Hannah Öberg missing 3, her sister missing 3. And the Swedes, their best is Lynn Peschen, who missed 2 and is down in 21st position.
Well, that's Jean-Marc Chablot, the Swiss coach, shooting coach. He'll definitely have something to say tonight. It's strange how those ripples go, and you're tired. As a team, they're very tired, and you lose a little in terms of sharpness, concentration, and sometimes desire to get the targets down.
Jean Monod is looking for top 30, I think, just trying to check her position coming through the last split. Yes, she was in 29th position, a minute 8 behind. I think that will extend to around 110, maybe between 110 and 115, but she's going to go top 30. And Lightfoot is now perilously close to being knocked out of the top 60, but this is a really good performance. Jean Monod, a new star perhaps for the French team, hitting 10. And 118. She's put in a really good last lap. Here's another athlete who is going to get herself some World Cup points. Aita Gasparin, 105 behind at the last split, just 3 seconds inside Jean Monod's time. And Jean Monod has just gone 29, so Aita Gasparin, oh, she's looking tired in the last 100. It's no surprise, you can just feel or see how tired those legs are.
Her brain still just focused, keep the rhythm, try and keep the balance, keep more force going through the poles. And it's not going to be top 25, just outside. But one target missed, and I think Sandra Flunger, we've seen her on the range scoping. I think overall the Swiss results today are pleasing, as they were at the World Championships, especially best ever, where all 4 were top 18 in the individual event. Ashisuka. Still a way to go, and what this is just having a look, the high point of the course. So her mind may well be saying, well, this is the high point, I've got a recovery, a rest coming up, carry as much pace down into that descent as you can, and then get a little recovery before the next climb. So it's going to be outside a top 30, 117 with, what, 300 meters to go. Final climb for Voigt. 90% hit rate. A first outing World Cup. There's a lot of positives to take away from this race.
Vera Öberg has been knocked out of the top 60. Hannah Öberg going down the order. Disappointing day for the sisters as we watch Voigt coming in. And 2:03 is the margin. I mean, she's going to struggle as well. We're going to see Lightfoot's name in a minute. I think she's sitting on the fence at the moment at number 60. She survives. Voigt goes 64. So tight. Position 57 is 2 minutes behind. 10 seconds later, you're back at 67th. Seldom this close.
Well, Amanda still sits there in 59th. Amanda Lightfoot, if she's carrying out her warm down now, the early stages, she'll be happy to know that so far she's surviving. Two Norwegians outside the top 60. Femstein-Vick outside and Knotten outside as well, with probably shooting, missing what, 2? Just confirming, yes, Knotten missing 2.
No unusual names in the top 10 today, Mike. Just looking back, I think Kadurish has done well, still sitting in 14th for Switzerland. And Stremus in 19th position. That's a good run, having hit 10 out of 10. Hammerschmidt, 10 out of 10 in 20. Of the big names that should have been further up the order, I think Bescon will be disappointed with 26. And Julie Simon, 35, just ahead of Hannah Erberg. Those are the 3 big ones. Oh, and of course, Lisa Teresa Hauser, Mike. That run of good form has ended, down in 38th position.
So Lard Schneider missing 4. Her teammates have done better, and it's so good to see Vitozzi on the podium. We saw much more confidence the way she approached the range, the confidence through the rifle, hitting all 10 today, and Dorothea Vera in 5th place. Well, it looks like good news for Amanda Lightfoot. She's equal 59th. Is she going to survive Ingela Anderson coming in? She is. And Anderson was racing well at the European Championships in the relay team, in the sprint competition, the pursuit competition, but missing 4 at World Cup, it's punishing.
Well, we've got the men's sprint coming up later today. It's a long day when they have 2 time trials on the same day, Mike. Slightly surprised they didn't run the relays on the same day and then have the women and the men's sprint on separate days. Well, the top 10 will not change now. Eckhoff has taken her 5th successive sprint title. Unbelievable, especially when you think she was 10.5 seconds off the pace after the second shoot. And just in case you missed some of the... just 1 miss. And so Eckhoff will start the pursuit in pole position. Should be a good race, Mike. Certainly you can't guarantee she's going to win it, but she has to be hot favourite for that race tomorrow.
Na, itt vős. Srácok, csak dolgom akadt, mert jöttek a nővéreje. Ahogy láttam, véget ért, és az lett a végeredmény, amire gondoltam, úgyhogy... Nem van ugye a HD-t ülve. Na, hát akkor az első 3. Harmadik lett Liza Vitozzi. Második lett Julia Gima. A bajnok pedig... A bajnok? Az első... Az aranyérmes T-Rekov, aki ugye továbbra is növelte az előnyét a szakágibe és az összetettbe is. Márte Ózbu Új-Zélanddal szemben nagyon sokkal, úgyhogy Ekovnak nehéz lesz legyőzőre találni, de ugye holnap még van egy üldözéses ebből a hétből, úgyhogy még arra még azért várnunk kell, hogy Ekovot bajnokká avassuk. Na nézd, az Ekov itt nerült.
Cyril, congratulations, another sprint win.
Gratulálunk Ekov.
You made it hard with the first miss in the prone, but then you really kept the cool in the wind and a fantastic final loop. Is that the secret behind this success?
Well, today was really tough, and I used a lot of time on the shooting range, and but I really wanted to hit those targets, and I'm very proud on the last standing. Took my time and managed to get the black one down.
It's a tough course, but you really found extra energy in the last loop. Did you know that you were so close to the win?
I got some good timing out there, and I knew I liked this track really, really much, and I just tried to do my technique as best as I could, and I managed to win.
You totally did. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Na hát akkor így jár az szakági világkupa. Konkrétan 86 pont az előnye Új-Zélanddal szemben Direkovnak, úgyhogy és akkor az összetett világkupa 63 meg 5 68 pont előnye van Ekovnak Új-Zélanddal szemben, úgyhogy ez egy jó kis fölény igazából. Ő Berg esett vissza ugye egy helyet hátra. Jó lesz ez. És akkor a pódium. A medálceremónia, ugye? Na, és akkor ugye a harmadik helyzet, Liza Vitozzi, aki a bronzérem, ugye? Nekem már ez kellett már, ez a harmadik hely végre.
So, congratulations on the third place.
Thank you. Thank you.
A második helyzet, Júlia Dzsima. És akkor ennek a szagánknak a világbajnoka, idén egyben a mai versenynek is, szintén a győztese Tirilekhoff.
Thank you. Tusen takk. Thank you.
A negyedik helyzet Dilena Anipekova. A ötödik helyen Dorota Rieder, és a hatodik helyen pedig Ingrid Matande volt.
Congratulations to the performance.
Na, srácok, akkor jövünk majd, srácok és hölgyek, majd jövünk akkor a férfi versennyel, ami 3 óra 40-kor kezdődik, úgyhogy jók lehetek, köszönöm szépen, aki itt volt ma, jók lehetek, és akkor majd jövünk. Addig is jók lehetek, sziasztok!
Sure. Good. So it doesn't hold up.